We know now that in the early years of the 20th century, this world was being watched closely by intelligences greater than man's, and yet as mortal as his own. We know now that as human beings busied themselves about their various concerns, they were scrutinized and studied, perhaps almost as narrowly as a man with a microscope might scrutinize the transient creatures that swarm and multiply in a drop of water. With infinite complacence, people went to and fro over the earth about their little affairs, serene in the assurance of their dominion over this small spinning fragment of solar driftwood, which by chance or design, man has inherited out of the dark mystery of time and space. Yet across the immense ethereal gulf, minds that to our minds, as ours are to the beasts of the jungle, intellects vast, cool, and unsympathetic, regarded this earth with envious eyes, and slowly and surely drew their plans against us. In the 39th year of the 20th century came the Great Disillusionment. It was near the end of October. Business was better. The war scare was over. More men were back at work. Sales were picking up. On this particular evening, October 30th, the Crosley service estimated that 32 million people were listening in on radios.
The night is hot as hell. Everything sticks. It's a lousy room in a lousy part of a lousy town. The air conditioner's a clanking piece of junk that couldn't keep a drink cold if you sat it right on top of it. I'm staring at a goddess. She's telling me she wants me. She sounds like she means it. I'm not going to waste one more second wondering how it is I've gotten so lucky. She smells like angels ought to smell. You get in a fight, you fight in a war, and you figure all the worst of it will be worth it for the one big moment. But that moment, as good as it is, it's never good enough. But this... One last time I wonder why. Then she falls against me, dripping with that angel sweat of hers. The perfect woman. The goddess. Goldie. She says her name is Goldie.
In the moonlight, New San Francisco sparkles like a chunk of cubic zirconium, an island of hollow beauty surrounded by a red sea of radiation, 5 million souls drowning in gamma rays. It's December 2042. Some optimistic visionaries predicted that it's the millennium that would usher in a new age, where technology and enlightened minds would combine to create some kind of heaven on earth. Well, that isn't how it turned out. Half the planet took it on the chin. Forests turned into ashtrays, oceans into cesspools, and millions of human beings into genetically handicapped casualties. The mutants. The effects of radioactive fallout added another checkbox to our census forms. And now there's a whole new form of discrimination. You're either a mutant or a norm. I'm one of the so-called lucky ones. Most norms live in the new city, but I don't. I live among the unfortunate souls, the disfigured and the destitute, in the wreckage of old San Francisco. My name is Tex Murphy. I'm a private detective. Or at least I used to be. Since my marriage hit the rocks, I haven't done much more than look down the barrel of a bourbon bottle. I haven't had a case in weeks or months, if I don't count the ones I didn't get paid for. In my book, the chapter is titled, "The Year I'd Like to Forget, and Probably Will." I hang my hat at a dingy joint called the Ritz Hotel. Ever since my divorce, it's doubled as an office and a tiny studio apartment. Just like me, the Ritz used to be something. Now it's just another grimy building in a run-down part of town. And I'm almost out of bourbon.
You have meddled with the primal forces of nature, Mr. Beale, and I won't have it! Is that clear? You think you have merely stopped a business deal. That is not the case. The Arabs have taken billions of dollars out of this country, and now they must put it back! It is ebb and flow, tidal gravity. It is ecological balance. You are an old man who thinks in terms of nations and peoples. There are no nations, there are no peoples, there are no Russians, there are no Arabs, there are no third worlds, there is no West! There is only one holistic system of systems, one vast and immane, interwoven, interacting, multivariate, multinational dominion of dollars. Petrodollars, electrodollars, multi-dollars, Reichmarks, Rins, rubles, pounds, and shekels. It is the international system of currency which determines the totality of life on this planet. That is the natural order of things today. That is the atomic and subatomic and galactic nature of things today. And you have meddled with the primal forces of nature. And you will atone. Am I getting through to you, Mr. Beale?